We always use the best music here, I swear. I love it.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, you can hear yourself too, can't you?
No.
You can't hear yourself?
I can hear myself speak, but
How about
there
now?
it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I can hear you. That's even better.
There you go. All right. Well, hey,
Neat.
yeah, just getting levels down and everything here too. So I am Jason. Welcome to K1 Speed Canton. We are tonight doing the live team sign-up. It starts at 8 o'clock, so we've got about 20 minutes to go. So I figured we'd hop on live and kind of give a rundown, do a couple interviews. We'll be interviewing teams downstairs, maybe a couple track people and track workers, managers. James is running stuff downstairs right now, so we'll get his feedback pretty soon. But 20 minutes to go until teams sign up, and I have with me Rachel Hart. Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
Yeah, from Team Supersonic, right?
Yep.
So last year's 12 Hours defending champions. So they're here in person for signups, and that's okay if you're not here in person for signups. Still sign up online. I apologize. The graphic that we use, the QR code, is not the direct to the website, but it is 12hoursofcanton.com, the number 12, hoursofcanton.com. And you'll see on there, there's a countdown right now going on till the signups. So figured we'd kill a little bit of time. I know the teams are anxious because the order of how it goes this year for signups, a little bit different than last year, is you go online, fill out a form, and it's a very basic information form. And the first 6 teams that fill that out and send it in, we're going second by second, actually, and that will get you into the 12 hours. We'll send you a link, and they pay for it, and everything kind of goes through that way. So it might be a couple-hour process on our end of it, just making sure that everybody signs up and the money transactions go through. And if you're not one of the first official 6 teams to sign up, that's okay. You can sign up as an alternate because teams do drop out once in a while, or they're looking for other teams, or a sponsor jumps on or something looking for a team. So don't be discouraged if you're not the first 6. And also I know that teams also recruit people that are alternates as well. So definitely still sign up. It's going to be very competitive signups this year, I have a feeling, just from the rumor mill that I've heard. I know you're down in the pits, on the track, and everywhere. I mean, you've heard of a lot of teams trying to sign up, haven't you?
Yeah, I think they called us Team Excel last year, right? So I have a spreadsheet.
Where did that come from?
So last year, if you watch the 12 Hours video, my team is standing down in the pits with a piece of paper. And that piece of paper, people thought had like a cheat sheet on it, but really it was just our notes on the carts. So what the carts handled like, how they drove on track and things like that. So it wasn't...
Sounds really time consuming.
Yeah, it wasn't that much of a cheat sheet, but if we looked at 4 cars, we could kind of choose our favorite from that. I guess, from our driving notes of how we liked it, how well we meshed with it, what our times were.
Yeah, okay. So so you drive all the carts coming into the event, take notes on everything. Yes. And how many people were on your team last year?
So we technically had 5. We had one driver who came up ill the night before, wasn't able to make it.
Good reason to sign up as an alternate.
Yes. 4 actually worked out to be a great number last year. But going into this year, my Team Excel calculations, I've got 12 to 13 teams that I think are wanting to join.
Awesome.
So if we have 6 spots, that's quite a few hustling through to get the registrations in.
Absolutely, absolutely. So out of 6 people, so this year, you'll have kind of your rotation because you've already run it before, and that's a big advantage in and of itself, right? Yes. Winning is one thing, but as the event grows and more competitive people come out, it's really down to the fast but consistent drivers. So Excel spreadsheets definitely would help in that kind of a sense. But
team strategy.
Yeah.
Once you run it, you kind of figure out the quirks of it.
Okay.
And where we lost time last year, where we hope to not lose so much time this year.
Gotcha.
We learned those things.
It's pit stops and everything like that. If you rewatch the stream, it's literally won and lost in penalties and pit stops.
Pit stops, the unlapping yourself. We gave up, I think, 7 laps to the yellow flag in your lucky dog unlaps.
Yep.
So you're up 7 laps through the whole thing and lost all of that.
Yeah.
So don't take your laps up to be an advantage because they'll be gone very quickly.
Yeah. Lucky dog kind of gives everyone a chance. I know there's a back and forth on that rule, but
I don't like it.
Well, of course,
Until it plays in my advantage, I don't like it.
if it doesn't benefit you, of course you're not going to like it. But
Well,
it's one of those things that I think it really it all comes around in endurance. It's such a long race that you might not like it in the beginning part of the race, but towards the end of it, if you slack off or miss a pit stop or get a penalty, then you might need that lucky dog to get back in it. Case in point, your main rival. And I've heard, pray tell, that they are going to sign up another team this year. I'm talking to High Voltage guys. We love you guys out there. So I've heard that, and Nate Groh was actually in here practicing earlier, so I heard that he was going to sign up as well. So I know he was here running some laps, getting practice in, and I know High Voltage was super interested in running it too. So it'll be really exciting to see you two go back at it, because speaking of the lucky dog and penalties, if you rewatch last year's 12 hours, you'll see that right in the final, how many laps you would know?
For
like when they got the penalty and then, or you got the penalty?
The last pit stop that both teams had, which would have been probably 12 minutes to go, because 10 minutes was a pit closure, I believe. So we pitted, they pitted right behind us, and I believe they blew the stop box, we did not. So they got the time penalty, and we did not, but then there was a lucky dog lap, so they came right
and they got their lap back.
us.
Yeah, I do remember that. It was a very heated moment for your team, I remember. Being race director for it, you get all of the crap and then some. So I remember you guys being very vocal about that. But hey, it's racing. This is you have to call it even, you know, and what benefits you might hurt them, and what benefits them might hurt you. So it's all even. But so thanks for stopping up, Rachel. This is Rachel Hart, aka Sonic, on the track, so that's a lot of fun. And so signups, nervous about it because you have to get in the first 6 slots or so?
Look, I'm going to be standing out in the parking lot so that I'm on cell signal.
Not Wi-Fi.
There's like 40 people in the lobby.
Come on, you know James is so good at the Wi-Fi, though. The Wi-Fi is so fast here.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 of my teammates are here as well, so I think we're all going to be like who hits the bit first.
Okay, all right. So multiple people. That is a good strategy. Yeah, that's a great strategy. So thank you for taking the time. We'll see you downstairs. I'm going to be doing interviews up here, and then I'll also be doing interviews down in the pits. I do have to, at 8 o'clock, go into the office and make sure that everything runs smooth according to checkouts, and then it'll be kind of a weird stream. There'll be some dead air, but if you catch us in the dead air, make sure you rewind, watch this part. You'll kind of get an idea of what's going on. And we'll try to interview as many people as we can. I know I saw James pop up here. He is currently running down on track, but I know there's a couple manager track workers I'd like to talk to, get their kind of input on how the race was and all that stuff, what they're looking forward to, maybe not looking forward to this year. But even on the back end, we learned so much, even as far as the stream goes. I am amateur hour with it. If you've seen the Boost League races that I do, I'm getting better, but it's still a lot of fun for me. So we'll grab as many people as we can. You guys watching live, if you want us to grab a certain racer, team, someone that shows up, let us know. We will try to grab them for an interview, and I'm sure we'll be doing more of this as we build up to the race. So I super appreciate you guys sticking around, and we'll see you soon. All right. I brought James up here because I saw him in the stairway when we were interviewing Rachel.
Deep end, Jason.
I know, so I kind of dropped this on us by accident. Literally all I set out to do was interview a couple drivers, and if you don't understand the personality of the channel, this part of the stream will this is kind of perfect.
Right, I just wish I could hear you, so...
How about now?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Let me fix that. Do. Let's see. James cannot hear me. That is not good.
I have audio now.
You do?
Yep.
Okay. James can hear me now. So wonderful.
Nope, you turned it off.
All right.
There you go.
We have to leave that on.
Sure.
Which is weird because we're unmuted, so we're both going through. At least that's what the board says. We got a new soundboard, which is fantastic. Go ahead, James, say something here. Let's see.
Yeah, we've never used it, thanks, Jason.
Yeah. I've been playing with it for a little bit, and I talk loud, so I've always tried to get my levels in check so I'm not, like, overbearing on the stream. But, yeah, so throwing James in the deep end here, we're going to do some driver interviews and that, but we decided, what the heck, we are picking 6 teams, not picking, but we are helping facilitate the process of the first 6 teams that sign up. So James and I will be doing that live up here. That way anybody can log on and see if they make the 6-spot cut. And we have 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Check out the website, 12hoursofcanton.com, the number 12.
I'm sure they're there.
12hoursofcanton.com.
I'm sure they are watching.
Yeah. And if anybody has any interviews, anything they want us to do, I was going to try and grab Adam because I saw him, the track manager here, get his take on the 12 hours, because it's always teams, you always get the scoop, the story, the stuff like that, but the 12 hours really is like a combination of really great drivers, but we couldn't do it without a facility like yours. Your staff are fantastic, and talk about throwing you into the deep end with this. We threw your staff into the deep end with the 12 hours.
Right. Yeah, they love it, and they are an excellent staff. No doubt. I mean, we can't run without them, and they do an excellent job. If you've ever watched the endurance races and you can see a little bit of what's going on in the pits, just a reminder of how hard these guys work, and I appreciate them, and I think everybody else that runs the races appreciates them too.
Oh yeah, yeah. The unsung heroes for sure. Especially, all of them have individual parts. Owen, as we get to know everybody here longer on the stream, you'll kind of know the personalities we talk about. Owen is perfect for the batteries. He's very meticulous. Very meticulous, word for it. So giving him the job of managing the batteries and cooling and stuff like that, he was on top of it. Adam, very good people person and very good at multitasking. So Adam was great swapping cart numbers as we had the live pit stops going on and stuff like that. Just there's so much to watch as you watch this 12 hours beyond just the racing. It's how we put the thing together, and I want to do more of this, showing you guys how we do this. Maybe not the trade secrets, but just some of the behind the scenes.
Oh, we don't have any trade secrets.
Any facility can do this, right?
Right.
Just a little bit of elbow grease and you'll get it done.
We have to be careful how we say that because we want the event to be a success. We don't want to fall flat on our faces, but we definitely think we work pretty hard at making this work.
Yeah, I would say so. There's a lot to it behind the scenes, and I know James has done on this channel an alignment video. We did a battery explanation video on I think our Facebook group needs to go on here at some point, but getting you guys involved in how the race runs as much as the race itself, the personalities involved. I know depending on these 6 teams, there's only 2 teams guaranteed right now, and we are coming up on a minute left till registration. This is pretty crazy. It's gotten really quiet out on the track, I've noticed.
Well, they're not watching. That's just a Raven Drive racing.
Yeah. I'm sure some of the teams might jump on here, but we'll see. And if not, they can replay it and see what happens. But I know we actually have a shot down in the pits here of some of the drivers and that getting ready. And you can see that's Rachel. We just interviewed her. She is very excited. And she is just off camera saying something, but we will see. Okay. And everybody's sitting down. Looks like we are coming up on, I don't even know. I don't have a timer in front of me. I should jump on the website and check myself so I am live with you. Ooh, 25 seconds. Here we go. Let's see. Everybody is phone in hand. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
But she said it doesn't work.
What doesn't work?
I don't know.
Well, now the button is live, and that is why. So we are adjusting that right now. If you're watching on the stream, you'll know that that is what we are doing. Looks like a minor technical difficulty, but that's all right. That's the fun of doing it live, I think. You get to work your way through the problems and be as transparent as we can with it. As my phone blows up.
There we go.
All right, now we should be
If you're on the
good.
page, refresh it.
Everybody refresh your page. This is why. Follow the live stream for all of the information, and we will keep you guys up to date with everything. See Armand down there, actually wearing one of our sponsors' hoodies down there, FLBR Racing. I know the twins are very excited for the race. And looks like we are getting our first signups as we speak. You can see them jumping through the forms they have to fill out.
Team Supersonic.
Supersonic.
The returning champions. They will be our first entry.
All right. Looks like 5 team members is what they filled out there. Potentially 5. Okay.
Potentially 5, yeah.
Yep. And Cameron, number 2. Which they
Team Misfit Motorsports.
Misfits is back.
Hey.
All right, guys. They got 5 people on their team this year. That was a good idea. Good
Great.
idea.
Nate Grove from High Voltage.
High Voltage. Good to see them back. He
Team
was
number
typing
3.
it. He was typing it so fast he misspelled voltage.
Autofill probably wasn't populated in his browser there.
No, that's all right.
Zach Harmon from Team TBA. All right,
TBA.
Zach, that's going to be your team name, TBA.
TBA. I like it.
You're going to be called that the entire time.
I love how Misfits stuck too. So I'm glad to see Misfits back for round 2. They had quite a story last year, so I'm sure they're out for a vengeance. Who is this?
Nicolina Blackerberry from Downhill Burrito Racing. I
All
think that's what
right.
it's spelled. RACING.
Yeah. Downhill Burrito Racing 4. All right, Nicolina. Awesome.
We like the creativity.
Here we go.
And number 6, our last team, Steve Madden from High Voltage.
Ooh,
Okay,
I
we
wonder if they both.
duplicates.
Yeah, duplicate. Okay, so that might be. We're going to check with those guys and see if they accidentally, or if they were trying to jump on the list, so they both signed up at the same time. If so, that spot opens back up. So keep filling out those forms, guys. I am super excited to see who gets in this year.
Yeah, I would say it's safe to assume that Nate Groh was planning on being on that team, so
Yeah.
we will treat that as a 1 sign up, even though we got 2 entries for it.
Yep. Yeah, we'll double check with them, but that sounds like it is. It is what happened. So no big deal. You know who we're missing so far? A couple of teams I thought I'd see up here right away.
Yeah?
I thought Salem's would be on there so far. Let's see. Yep, duplicate. Okay. So 1 spot remaining so far. Who will be the last one? I like to be announced. I think that should be their team name, Zach.
TBA.
Yeah.
It's official. It's what's going on the scoreboard.
I love it. Zach Harmon's one of the workers here, and just good kid. And it'll be interesting to see. I saw Mitch Shannon in the pits earlier, so I'm sure Mitch will be on that team.
Well, are we sure? I don't know. We'll have to ask Zach if that's a for sure thing.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll have Zach jump on here. So, you guys are riding along live with us right now as we field the 6 teams for the 12 Hours of Canton 2024 coming March 17th. And it will be a fantastic race. There is $7,000 up for grabs this year, and if you don't make the initial 6, then jump on still as an alternative. And also, make sure that you get in contact with us at the races. You can come to the endurance races. You can jump on our social medias. Put your name out there for sure, and make sure that you network yourself a little bit, because these teams, we had them fill out a form that said potentially how many team members you're looking to have, just so we had a ballpark number. Right. That does not mean that they are locked in stone. I think we have another 3 or 4 weeks until teams are concrete. So you have...
They actually have 4+ weeks.
Oh, that's right.
So we mapped it out to be February. Let me make sure I say this correctly.
Okay. Important dates. It's right on the
I think
website.
it's 5 weeks. Yeah, February 16th is when your final team information is due. So you
There
got
you
quite
go.
a while.
Yeah, so network yourself a little bit. I know there are a lot of really fast drivers that are really competitive for endurance style racing, and it is good to see some of these teams already jumped on. I'm excited to see what happens with the first and second place team of High Voltage was number 2, and then Supersonic was first. So feels like a grudge match with that. I know I've heard rumors both teams have some very good drivers in that, and not to be discounted, FLBR Racing Team with Cash and Roman for sure, and I believe Marshall Miller will be on that too, so team of 3 there. They are also one team to watch for sure. I think it'll be a really good race this year. I'm looking forward to the first one out of the way, and for the racers' sake, maybe not our sake up here, but for the racers' sake, they already have one under their belt, so they're going to know what they're getting into a little bit, and it's going to go a little bit smoother for them, I hope, just knowing what they're getting into. A couple of the new teams, I know Blackberry was the one, and who was the other new team? No new team so far. That's the only one. So yeah, one spot left.
Yeah, it's exciting to see Team Misfit Motorsports back and High Voltage.
Yeah. So, hey, Adam.
Adam, jump on in here.
Yeah, Adam, jump in.
We're sending it to him.
Yeah, so they fill out the form, and then they jump, or we send them a link, and then they get the payment link, and they pay from there. Yeah, so that'll be fine because he's already here. Yep.
They have a half hour from it to.
Oh, really?
Oh. Well, he submitted a duplicate entry anyway.
No. Yeah. Still one spot to go. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, we are right now. We're live right now. Supersonic, High Voltage, Blackberry, which was, what was the racing team name? Something.
Downhill Burrito.
Downhill Burrito.
Well, it's his dad. I don't know.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Giovanni, gotcha. Okay, so, and then, who's Giovanni racing with?
Well, we don't have the team name or team member names.
Oh,
we just
I see.
have the name of the person who signed up.
One more. Adam, you have to work it.
And there we go. Team Sailing.
Sailins, all right. Look at that. So, how many are participating?
How?
Leave it to Team Sailing. Will Nonamaker. I love it.
Now,
2.
this is not set in stone. He can change this, but the preliminary number of drivers is 2.
2 again. They did really well last year until they botched a pit stop.
And, you know, I heard from him a while ago that he's like, yeah, we're not going to do that again. Way to go, Will.
Yeah.
I hope you're watching. We're
Awesome.
excited to have you guys back.
Awesome.
The team of 2.
Yeah. Oh, Misfits is back.
You could go down in history as the only team to complete the 12 hours twice with 2 people.
That would be awesome.
Subject to change. He can always change his mind and add drivers or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And it's indoor electric kart race, endurance race, 12 hours. As far as we know, it's the only one in the world. There's a lot of back-end work that goes into that. Like I said, we'll try to do some videos of that, but it is really, really cool to see these people really take it seriously, as seriously as we want to take it. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and it is really cool that teams like Nanomakers, High Voltage, and just other racing facilities or teams sign up and really like the event. So that's really cool to see. As we send out all of our payment links, everybody down in the pits already talking strategies. We had Rachel up here earlier, and she was talking spreadsheets. I know James is the king of spreadsheets over here, but I'd say Rachel's more like the princess of spreadsheets. And between the two of them, it'll be interesting. I know on our end of it, we have to keep track of all the batteries and carts and all that stuff. But she was saying that they had weeks worth of driving into it, where different members of their team would come in and drive the carts to try to get a handle on how they all drove and ones they liked and didn't like and all that stuff. And it'll be interesting to see this year for sure.
And this is the reason that we're doing the payment process manual, because we didn't want that to hold up anybody.
Yeah,
as far as the registration goes. So
yeah, Zach had said he had wanted to do cash in person.
Yeah, but it's also a good check and balance for us too, as we can verify who these entries are, and we don't get random people submitting money. I would love if people want to send us money.
Oh,
I
I love
they
it.
could do that.
Yeah, the link is still open.
Sponsorships still available.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as it grows, it'll be really cool. I know. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe. I always hate saying that, but it really does help, especially a small venue like ours trying to grow grassroots sport. That is a lot of fun. We're going to have, rumor has it, we're actually having a e-kart world champion, or I think he's world champion or something.
All a rumor.
Yeah, all a rumor, but you know, it's really cool to see, you know, some of the pro guys and that come jump in this. It is a lot of fun. It's a test of endurance and team ability at the same time. And all of the 6 announced spots are filled, but be sure to sign up as an alternate if you're still thinking about having a team. I'll reinforce that. Make sure you sign up as an alternate. Things do change. So we want to make sure that if you want to race this, there are possibilities. And if not, come race the Endurance Series, which is every 3rd Sunday of the month. That is a lot of fun. It's the road to the 12 hours. And I know the season is starting to wind down as we get closer and closer to March, but there's always next season too. And it is a really fun endurance race. 30 minutes with a kart swap, and there are a lot of very competitive drivers, and it's a lot of fun. I used to love racing. It was my favorite race until I had to run this side of it, so I have stepped back from it. But Katie is somewhere on the team, I think. I think one of the teams has Katie on it, maybe or maybe not. I'm not sure, but
well, to our knowledge, no.
No? No
not
kidding.
To our knowledge. Again, these teams, it's up to them, but as far as the rumor mill goes, no, we don't have them.
That'll be interesting to watch. So how many confirmations do we have paid and everything, James?
Well, we're still getting the payment links sent out, so
okay.
I wouldn't expect everybody to have payment yet.
Gotcha. Downhill burrito racing.
We assume it's racing, R-A-C-I-N-E, but yeah.
Racing. Huh. All right. So what I might do now, if we can multitask any more than we already are, I was going to jump down to the pits and see if I couldn't grab a couple of racers while you're doing this. What do you think, James?
Sure, go for it.
All right.
I'm just going to be sitting here.
Yeah.
Looking busy.
Granted, he looks very busy. Now, Adam, feel free to sit here and look busy with him.
Adam, come talk.
Yes. And
This
fill
is
the air.
This is your trial for our on-air broadcast.
Yeah, absolutely. So Adam over here, as I pull him onto the screen, say hi, Adam. You're a little above there.
He's always wanted to be a
There you go.
YouTuber. Now is
See?
his chance.
I know. Welcome to Competition Karting YouTube. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Adam, and then he's going to serenade you with all of his linguistic abilities next to James, the king of Excel, making sure everything runs smooth here. And I will see you guys down in the pits.
How will we know when to come to you?
You know, I'll be on camera waving, I guess. And then
okay. So when we
Adam, your job is to watch GoPro number
Yeah,
5 up there.
you
And when
watch
I
that.
wave like this, then let James know and hit the button. Don't mess it up, buddy. It's a lot of pressure.
Of course.
You got a big head.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. My voice is probably really loud in your headset because Jason didn't set any volume. So if you're just joining us on the live stream, you've seen a couple people that have joined in. Here's the teams we've got so far. We have Team Supersonic, the returning champions. We've got Team Misfit Motorsports, Team High Voltage, Team Downhill Burrito Racing, and Team Salem. That's all 6, right? Did I name 6?
Zach doesn't have a team name yet. So it's to be announced.
Yeah, okay. Team TBD. All right, need to get this. So fill us in on some thoughts going into the 12 hours. Tell us about either complexity of racing, things to look forward to.
I'm looking forward to different teams this year. I know a couple teams split up, and some people joined other teams that were better than theirs. I know there's a team in there that's going to be really good and hard to beat, but
yeah, they've split or disbanded or they moved, I guess. Zach Harmon, I'm not answering your phone call.
Can I pay you now?
Yeah, you have your spot.
Well, probably because did you send him a text?
No. Let's see. All right, we just need to do one more of these, and then I can focus on what we're doing. You're going to talk in the meantime?
Just watching. I don't know what to talk about. I'm excited to see.
How's the endurance series running from your perspective?
I don't work it. Usually off Sunday nights.
So you're watching it on the live stream?
I do tune in sometimes here and there. I think it's going good.
Good.
I know Felber boys are really quick. They're going to be hard to beat.
So we looked at timing from the last endurance race because there was a question about the lap time that Roman set at a 25.4 during the middle of the race. And the interesting thing about it was he did it in the middle of 2 25.6 second lap times. So I think that was amazing to look it back and see, because the concern was, well, he had a timing error or something happened where he maybe sacrificed a lap or something in order to get that, but he promptly followed it previous and post lap with
I know
25.6.
they definitely are going to be the team to beat this year.
You think so?
With Marshall, I think Marshall's probably one of the fastest racers we have here. And then the two kids are just really good at racing.
They are, but yeah, I think these other teams are going to be. We're going to see a level of preparedness that we didn't see last time because nobody could be prepared, right?
Yeah,
so
it's interesting too because there's so many different things that
there's a lot of strategy that
the
goes
pit
into it. So
and stuff like that hopping in.
yeah,
We're doing the time thing for pits, or is it just fastest in, fastest out?
that'll be solidified when the rules come out. It probably will run like it did last year, but that will be to be determined.
Exciting to see how Jason controls the race.
Yeah, our race control guy. Speaking of which, he's supposed to be down there
Yeah.
getting interviewed or something, but he is nowhere to be found. So thanks, Jason, for starting a live stream and leaving us hanging.
I know after they all signed up down there, they said that they're not friends anymore. So we don't like each other.
Well, that works.
You guys don't allow one person to drive?
No, how would you do that?
Just hop out and hop back into the cart?
It'd be a pretty big time detriment.
Corey Salerno's racing.
How do you know that?
He's sitting down there?
Oh,
I don't know.
Like actively racing.
I thought
like,
someone said he was racing on Rachel's team again.
Oh,
He was going to be one of the 4 or something.
possibly. I heard several different rumors about him, so it was hard to tell whether he was going to be sticking with the same team or whether he was moving around somewhere.
That'd be kind of cool.
All right,
Oh, here comes
stand
Zach.
right there.
He's probably going to say,
Actually,
"Where's
let's
can I get my payment in?" Oh,
I didn't test anything before we did live stream, so
we did the mic.
Did you do the mic? All right.
Then I'll move that plate out of the way.
And the only thing I can do is like boost up his microphone and hope we can hear it, I guess.
Perfect. All right. I'm not sure if we're live right now, but we could be.
Very well.
So I'm gonna give it like a 5-second count, and then we should be good, so long as the audio is good. Let's see if checking my text messages to make sure the audio is good. We should be all right. But I am down here. I'm going to give it a shot. All right, so we're down here live. I got Zach Harmon with me. So, Zach, you just signed up, and it's TBA. So we're going to go with TBA as the team name for now. But you raced it last year, right?
I did. It was a lot of fun, and I'm looking to get out there again this year.
So, as far as teammates that you know of right now, who do you got?
So far, it's me, Mitch Shannon, Savannah Weber, and Chris Kuhn. Nate Groh. I heard he originally told me he was going to be on my team, and then he just texted me and was like, wait, I'm going to be on a high voltage team. So that's up in the air, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I talked to Nate earlier, and I know he was saying that high voltage, he was jumping on that team. So I love the drama, though, because like I said, you have like 4 weeks to really solidify all of your team members in that. But so what's the one thing that you think helps the most preparing for the 12 hours?
Just getting out there, making sure you have the track down, you know, every turn. You get passing. A lot of passing practice is going to be what helps us. And that's really it, just running the track, making sure you can keep those times down. That's a big thing, because if you're not running with everybody, then you get left in the dust.
I saw that last year where a couple of teams had guys that were a little bit off pace, and in a endurance race like this, a little bit off pace turns into laps and laps down. I know someone at Team Excel probably calculated it, but I heard if you mess up a pit stop, that every 10 seconds you mess up a pit stop is something. Wait. Okay, so wait. We've got the official math person here. So what is it?
No. We don't need to give out trade secrets now.
No. I'm saying like if you mess up a pit stop, like 10 seconds in the pits is equivalent of how many laps or whatever.
10 seconds is about half a lap almost.
Okay, so yeah, and you can go down really quick. It's a story of
Penalty, same thing.
It's very true. Long lap penalties are out there, and I know Misfits signed up again, so they're yeah.
Oh boy, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, they were a Misfits team last year. This year they have 5 supposed members, so they cut down the number. And I think there are some really good drivers on that team, but it'll be really fun to see what it does. So long as Andy straps his helmet, we should be okay this time. So, but from the 12 hours last year, what was your favorite time?
Oh gosh, if you go back and look at it, I think it was around the 7-hour mark. High voltage was really out there killing it. And Mitch from our team, he made it out, and he made it out in front of him, and he was holding them off the entire time that they were out there, and you could see the frustration, and you could see Mitch just loving every second of it. That was by far the best part. No offense to High Voltage, like they're a great team and everything, but like they were the underdogs because they're a go-karting track, we're a go-karting track. This was our home turf, so it was great to watch that out there and happen. So maybe something like that will happen again this year.
Yeah, for sure. And I know, so High Voltage, another local go-karting facility in that, but there are a lot of other kart guys in this from different karting places, and I love to see that because, Zach calls it home turf, but, we try to keep the event as even as we possibly can, and it's one of those things, I want the best endurance team to win. I know James does too, so that's what we're all about here. And, coming out and running the races, getting in the endurance series, stuff like that really does help learn the track, but also, like Zach said, passing. Passing is huge because that'll slow you down big time in the race. So, Zach, thank you so much for your time, man. We'll talk to you soon. Yep.
See you later.
Yep, we'll see you. All right, James, so these guys are going to jump in a race right now, so I'm going to kick it back up to you and Adam, and we will grab the next person when they get off track. There we go. Okay, so I turned the computer down. So I have...
Well, it wasn't just the computer. I just didn't have the audio turned on, so sorry.
Oh, James. I know, I threw this on his lap. He doesn't operate well like that. It's the true story.
I have my setup all down there, ready to go, and
Hey, let's do it live. We're doing it live.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have confirmation of one team in my hand. That's Zach Harmon.
Good.
So who else?
While you were gone, we did get one more submission,
Okay.
and that was Team MK Morris.
All right.
So we did notify them that they are their first alternate.
Okay. Cool.
Because we know things change.
They do. They absolutely do. So Alan Holbrook.
Yeah. Do you? That would be the Katie Wise team.
Katie Wise team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
As far as we know, you guys let us know if that's different. I mean, we keep making assumptions about who's on
I
what
know.
team, but this is all our rumor mill. We have no idea. This has been the only fun part for us.
I'm
because
telling you.
standing around listening to you guys talk about who's going to be on what team and what strategies guys are playing is fun. Now it's time for us to go do the hard work.
Right. Yeah, and I was telling James, it's a lot of fun on this end of it to watch, and everybody jump in the comments because I can't wait to see what happens. But it is, it's really good to see some of these teams back and everything like that. But it is fun. I was downstairs, and you guys probably heard on the audio because it was downstairs. But even the teams downstairs, Zach, TBD TBD Racing, I like that.
Yeah, we didn't mention in the form that the team name is Final. So
that's it. No more.
We had a potential number of drivers. That means that can change.
Mm-hmm.
Team name?
Yeah,
Nope.
set in stone.
Nope.
I think that's how we stumbled upon Misfits, though, isn't it? It was like a team of remainder drivers, and we just started calling them the Misfits one day.
Well,
and
originally they were Team Build-A-Bear.
oh, that's right, Build-A-Bear, because I couldn't think of the name.
We were just going to take pieces and put them together.
Yeah.
And they came up with a little bit more professional appearance. Well, not only a professional name, but they also had a very professional appearance.
They
I
did.
mean, the apparel, the
Yeah.
logos, that team was
I think
top-notch.
they were – I know Cam was here super early. I mean, so the day of the 12 hours, we opened the doors earlier, getting ready and everything. There were teams here. I came early, and there were teams already here waiting. So
Yeah, with their coolers and lawn chairs.
Yeah,
and we were
yeah,
like,
and-
oh, this is a real racing event. I kind of forgot about that.
yeah, and those guys, they had a table set up, and they actually had racing on the laptop, like professional racing on the laptops of pumping themselves up with that,
And I think
getting ready for it.
Will says the team name was coined by yours truly. So
There you go.
It is Will Holt, I believe.
Yeah.
If I'm reading that correctly.
I think it
so,
is. I will.
Yeah. Hi.
But yeah, so it's downstairs. It's really fun to see everybody. You know, Zach even said on the interview that he was like, I thought Nate was on my team, and then found out Nate was here.
Yeah. I turned to Adam and I said, does he know?
I know. I
This
was
is what we
thinking
mean.
the same
we have
thing.
no idea who's made what arrangements on what team.
Yeah. So, and that's the fun part is because now in the next month, you kind of organize yourselves and get the team together, get your apparel and all that stuff going. And there'll be more announcements from us on this channel, on our social medias, and we will be doing all of that. But I know we also have practice dates to announce too. So we will be doing 20-minute endurance races. Same format as the endurance, and that gives us on the back end a chance to get all organized as far as cameras, prep work, timing lines, all that stuff. So double checking, triple checking everything we can.
Did you announce those already? Or let's just go ahead and tell people now.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
let me make sure.
Make
sure I pull 'em up.
you and me both. I had the picture. I had the graphic here.
Because we have them set aside. And again, team race practices are going to be Monday nights. So it's going to be every other Monday starting January 15th. So you got the 29th, then you got February 12th, 26th, and then the week before, which is March 11th.
Yep. So I would highly recommend, and it's a good way to remember it is it's our normal Boost schedule. Boost is going to be postponed until after the 12 hours, so you won't hear yours truly broadcasting in the most gracious of fashions and most professional of switching
Most
technology.
professional. That was the first term that came to mind, was the professional.
Please watch that race.
If you guys go back on the channel, look at the most recent video that we posted. So
What did you title it? I laughed when I read it.
I'll tell you the story behind it. So, because why not?
Yeah,
I mean,
go for it.
So, Jason, I raced in the Boost League, And Jason's like, I want to go live stream it. I'm like, oh, come on. I'm not set up. I'm not ready to do this. So I race the race. Next thing you know, Jason's up here clicking around on buttons and stuff, and he's live. I'm like, how did he do that?
I figured
didn't
it
know
out.
he knew how to do all this stuff.
I didn't either.
So,
I was so proud of myself. You have no idea.
so me being the type A personality I am, I get out of the race car and I start watching it. I'm like, this doesn't represent our channel very well. And I think there was a little bit of tension between us, and I think there was probably, you were like, no? Okay, never mind. Jason was like,
I knew.
Jason was like, hey, you should put it out there. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want that out on
Yeah.
our channel. Like, we're trying to be more professional than that. Well, it turns out I went back and watched it about 2 weeks later, and I'm like, you know what? This is kind of funny. So I cut out all the extra stuff.
Thank you.
Just did it. It's a quick intro with Jason, and then, hey, we go right to the track, which
Yeah.
is the way the racing should be, because YouTube's people don't follow for more than 30 seconds. And then it was an interesting race to watch because it was just constant bumper cars. So I think I titled it, I said, ditch the final, we're going to play bumper cars.
You did.
And
yeah.
you know what? The thumbnail clickbait is working.
Yeah.
People are watching that video.
It is a good race, though. I mean, so I wouldn't even say good, because even at the end of it, I was like, Cash, what are you doing, man? Like,
Cash,
it
look
took.
towards the end of the video, and you'll see Cash coming in turn one, just dive bombing Rachel, and
And then Armand right after that.
Yeah.
Like, right.
Armand he's like, I'm done, I'm out.
And he played it so well. Armand's the type of driver in those races, like very
shakes
similar
his
to what
head.
I would do. Is like, I never shied away from taking the first lap in the first parts of the race, because if you watch the video, people would back off and let the person in first take the long lap. So it was a long lap penalty race. So if you're in first place, you take a long lap around one of the turns, and it basically puts you back to like fifth place. And I didn't care. I mean, it's the beginning part of the race, but everybody's slamming on their brakes. They did it to you a couple of times when you drove through the cones and that. And whatever. But Armand's always, he plays it in the back, lets it unfold, and then with like maybe 4 or 5 laps to go, then he sneaks up.
He did, and he was in position to win that race. And
Yes,
then
he
again,
was.
Cash just dive bombs him.
Yeah.
So
So
normally
unfortunate.
that would not be tolerated, but it is Boost League.
It's Boost League.
just has
Boost League,
Yeah,
and in
it's a
that
lot
format,
looser.
last race of the year, and it was King of Speed for the qualifying and that.
started
But
out King Speed, but
yeah, but that's So I figured it out. I was so proud of myself, but I didn't unclick a couple of the buttons you have to on OBS. So every switch that I made between cameras, I had to double click because a frame would pop up in between.
it's
So
funny because it wasn't even OBS, so you didn't
oh.
didn't even have
See,
the rating.
I don't even know the different things I'm clicking, but I did figure it out. So, and just like tonight, I figured it out.
Yep.
So I'm getting better at it, but it's also, I think it's so cool of a reflection that the two of us work really well together after a long time of intermixing our abilities together.
Continue.
We try to work well together.
Yeah, we do just fine.
But no, seriously, like it highlights the side of it where it's like tonight, like I think it's cool to give a little bit of color to the background of what we do. Just like the live to me is something where it's like you at home or the teams watching right now, getting a little insight to how we operate. And I think keeping it as transparent as we can helps the competition level of this whole series of what we try to do here. It's there's no funny business. We're not picking teams. Let's do it live. And plus, I want to get to know the drivers better, and I'm sure you guys do too. It's just one of those things. It's who am I rooting for, and who are these guys? So
yeah, we definitely realize that it's not interesting to watch unless you know somebody to watch for.
Yep.
Or you know a team or something. So
yeah, and I'm sure as we do these endurance series, definitely subscribe and get the notifications, because every third Sunday, the endurance series is so much fun.
Andy says, James already has the disillusion written up. Sorry, Jason. Yep.
Andy, get over here and race. Come on, there's a bunch of people racing.
Yeah, Andy, you should be here.
Come on.
We do appreciate you guys joining in if you came in late. So we do have all 6 of the available slots signed up for. We have Team Supersonic returning. We have Misfit Motorsports. We have Team High Voltage. We have a new team, Downhill Burrito Racing. And then we have Team TBA or TBD, depending upon which letter you look for. And finally, the Team Sailing. So we're still taking alternates, and we want to know who you guys are doing alternates. So please continue to fill out the form because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, there is hope, and every year, if you go back and watch the last year's stream, we had how many on the field?
We had 7.
Yep. So we're trying to increase that a little bit as we get the batteries and everything kind of up to par, and we would love to field more and more teams every year. And the interest in it really helps us with the motivation to continue to do that. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do to just make this run, let alone fielding 12 teams at the same time. It's a lot of fun, but there's a lot of logistics to it. So we really appreciate that you guys take it seriously and help us out as much as you can. And it's just going to be a blast to watch. And like James said, you never know what's going to happen. We might be able to field couple more teams. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to go that far and say that because we were just kind of trying to allude to that, but now that it's out there, I mean, that's the reality of it.
Yep.
We just don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. That's a big concern. So
it is where me and James align very closely. Is we want this thing to be as close to a perfect race as you can get from our standpoint. Racing is racing. Stuff's going to happen, but we can't go out there and say, hey, we would love to throw 12 teams on the field at the same time. It'd be great for you guys to watch, too. I'm sure of that, but we just can't promise that. And neither one of us are comfortable with it, and we just want to give you the best possible racing you can. I really want this to reflect the best endurance karting people in the world eventually to do this. This is where – this is the home of it. This is where it should be.
More than ever, I mean, in the second year, you're going to have more eyeballs on it. And that's very important to us to maintain the professional image and good racing. If it's just a joke and it's just go-karts, then that's not it's not fun, and it's also something that people, sponsors and stuff, don't take seriously. So
exactly, if you don't take it seriously, it can be a fun race, and haha, but it's racing. First place means a lot, and we hope that prize money aside from that the race itself, and I know the compliments we got last year. Thank you to everyone that had nice things to say about last year, but we don't wear that, I don't think. I think we're very critical of ourselves with this race, that we want it to be, better and better and better. We're the first person to pick out each other's mistakes.
Yeah, well, and this is where the work begins, because we need it to meet and exceed that from next year. So
yeah. So thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. We'll wrap it up here for now, unless you want to do anything else. Thanks, guys, for adding in chat. It's always fun. We enjoy that from our side, and the team slots are full. The deposits are made, and we're gonna get moving on this thing here in 10 weeks. 10 weeks from right now, we're gonna be racing.
Let the nightmares begin. Nights of no sleep. No, it'll be awesome. Andy, we'll see you soon, buddy.
Go ahead and bring up that music, and then we'll professionally end this as much as possible.
Right.